My name is Kezia Sanie. I'm 21 years old and I'm the first of 5 children of my parents. Growing up, I've always wanted to help the less privileged in the society. It's actually more of a calling for me because as at 9 years old, I was already involved in charity work. And then when the opportunity came for me to start my own charity with my friends, I seized the opportunity and I've never looked back. It was in Wesley Girls High School that it all, materialized. And it was like a whole movement that we were just joking about for weeks. I think it was rather days. For days, we were just saying for the future, for the future. And then I said, oh, this name resonates with me. I like it. I mean, it stands for what I have always wanted to do. So why not gather our provisions from this term, the ones that we've not eaten, and then during the vacation, we should find somewhere to donate to the children. And that this group we are going to start, that is for the future. So when I brought up that idea, my friends were like, oh, that's not a bad idea. We can hop on it and all. They were like, okay, let's go and talk to some of our teachers who can help us, who can give us ideas, those things. And there was this one teacher, her name is Mrs. Afuakwa. She had a charity at that time. I was here. So we joined I Was Here that vacation to do a first donation to Ashaiman. We gathered the children around and then we donated books, edibles, spent time with them. That was our first event. It was a collaboration. And 2 weeks later, we had our own event by ourselves. And then we got to a point where we are saying, look, we say we are making an impact. So how are we making an impact if we go and give the food and the clothes to the children and we are still leaving them the same way we met them? Because for us, we feel like it shouldn't be a one-day something, a one-day show, like you've donated and you've left them. I mean, most of them really go through a lot. The struggles are crazy. Then we thought, okay, we should just sign some of them up and then nurture them, pay their fees, visit them, find opportunities for them. And that's how we came up with the STEP initiative, the Student Training Education Project. Our first beneficiary, Elizabeth, she was almost 3 when we met her, and her parents had abandoned her. In fact, they are all squatters. Her grandmother and her parents are all squatters in Wager. And when we met her, she wasn't in school and she's always roaming the neighborhood and all. She was recommended to me by a church member. Then I said, I like her, so I went to meet her. And then we put her in a private school. We paid her fees. We got her school supplies, everything. And she's really doing well now. I mean, for Elizabeth's story, it even blew up. When I posted it, a lot of people were really interested in her. So donations here and there. She had a lot of shoes, bags, money, everything. So she has been very comfortable and fortunate since we met her. Then we signed 8 other children after her, but they were already in school at the La Wireless cluster of schools. We thought we could give them something beyond what they are getting in their school. So, and in fact, most of them had not even paid their levies, their school levies. And then most of them didn't even have their school uniforms were in bad shape. No school bags, school shoes, like 1 pair of shoes that's really in a bad shape and all of that. So when we met them, we signed them on the STP, and then we gave them school supplies as well, new uniforms, paid their fees, and then we visit them every term. We visit them like 3 times. We pay lunch, those kind of things. The most recent beneficiary, he was recommended to me by my mother, my mother's worker, who really struggles. Like, she's a single mother, she's struggling, and she has 3 children. So this boy is her first. His name is Prince Kojo. And Prince is very innovative. He's able to make toy cars with wood, and then when he puts a battery in it, it will start moving. So she said, oh, she feels like her boy has this gift. And he goes to Abeka, it's a government school. And she wants to enroll him in a school where he can learn more in this field. But she can't afford it. And she feels like the talent is wasted. So I said, okay, let me just take a video of this boy doing what he can do best and post it to see if I can find an opportunity for him. So I posted it, and Ashesi University came and said, oh, we like how this boy is gifted and would like to train him in this field. So we have one of our staff who runs this STEM program. So he can come and join and learn robotics, a wide range of robotics. We didn't really think that it will go that far, or a whole Ashesi will see, because they are also monitoring the progress with us. It's more of a partnership now. Recently, we had some partners also in the UK called School in a Bag. They make rucksacks, manufacture rucksacks, and then they put in school materials and then they ship it to different countries for distribution. So they signed up with us, and then now they are partners. So we had an event in Bomigo, Keta. We distributed the bags. It also has a hygiene kit. That's toothpaste, toothbrush, mask, and all those things because of COVID. It was also exciting. So we are currently running 2 initiatives. That is the Share Aid initiative. That's the one that we have in partnership with School in a Bag. And then we have the STEP, the Student Training Education Project, where we have the 10 children we are taking care of currently. Most of the time, it's, well, I don't know how this will sound, but it's as if it's the fathers who abandon the mothers. Because so far we have more of single mothers who cannot take care of their children. And then we have one of them she's actually sick. She's also a single mother because her husband died and she is sick. So she's not able to take care of the boy. And she also she goes through depression, let me say. So because of that, she drinks heavily, and sometimes the boy has to sleep outside the house. So someone like her, she's not even able to take care of the boy at all. There's no parental control, nothing. Yes. But most of the time, it's just the husbands or the partners of the women have left them, so they cannot take care of all those children by themselves and all. Yeah. But Elizabeth's case was special because for her, both parents had abandoned her, and she was with her grandmother. Her grandmother too could not take care of her. But when recently her father has started coming around a little, so he even takes her to school and brings her back. So I would say that's one of the you know, exciting or good things about the intervention for Elizabeth, because her father is slowly coming around, even though her mother is still nowhere to be found. One of the opportunities we found for the children was a partnership with the WIT schools. It's in East Legon. 3 of them had the opportunity to go for a summer school just in July. Yeah, July. They had a chance to go for summer. They mingled with other more privileged children, had some experience, you know, it was not even just learning, it was also some fun times, you know. And you won't believe it, the children didn't even want to go back to their school after that, because you can imagine coming from that place to this place, you see a vast difference. I'm like, no, I don't want to go back to my school. All of them, I don't want to go back to my school. But I can see that from all that, and like they are getting certain experiences that they never thought they would even get. The good thing is that every now and then we get people coming to say, I want to help, I want to volunteer, I can teach, I can do this. But we don't even have a common place for the children to be to say, okay, this is their classroom, so when you are ready, come, they'll be here and all. And apart from that too, we feel like their environment really the environment is not helping what we are doing for them. Because, for example, let me just give an example of David, the one whose mom is going through depression from time to time. He has to sleep outside the room. So imagine you are paying David's fees, he's going to school, he's able to go for a WIT school camp, he's being fed and everything. But at the end of the day, in the night, he has to still sleep outside. Then what have you done? Do you get it? It's like you're solving a problem, but the problem is not fully solved. So we thought of a home for the children, where we can keep them in one space, and then all the volunteers who want to come on board as resource persons to help us identify these children's strengths and talents, and then through that we can develop it by finding other opportunities for them and then sponsoring them through it all, to the point where they can fend for themselves, and you get to a point where you can really see that they have improved and they are doing things on their own and all. We are going to be able to take only 100 children at a time on the facility premises. So this facility, or the home I'm talking about, is what we call the FTF village. For the future village, which we have shortened to the FTF village. So this facility is going to provide accommodation, security, you know, educational needs, benefits. Yeah, basically what the children are not getting in their homes, we're going to try and give them that kind of normal life like every child ought to have. We launched it last week, Wednesday, at the AMA Auditorium, Accra Metropolitan Assembly Auditorium. In attendance was Reverend Dr. Joyce Ayi. She was a guest speaker, and then Honorable Joe Gatti was the chairman. We had some other dignitaries attending, and then we did a presentation on the FTF village, how we intend to put it up, the faces, and then we unveiled the 3D perspective of the FTF village as well. And we showed a documentary film on the plight of underprivileged children, how we've come through for our FTF children or our stepchildren, and how we wanted people to come on board to support this project, because it's a huge project. It's more of long term for us, but everything starts from somewhere. So we started by finding a land at Edukrom. We are buying 5 acres. We made an initial deposit way back in August, July, and then after the fundraiser, we've been able to make some more deposits. We are not yet there, but we are still hoping to raise some more money to pay off the land and then start doing something for the children. It's beautiful, it's amazing, and really, I feel like if more people are involved in this, it's more of a community work. You don't necessarily have to be on the ground all the time, but once in a while you can pass through with us and do this with us as a community. We intend to build it within 10 years, and so every year has a phase. Okay, so this year's phase is buying the land and then trying to put up not a tall wall, but just some walling around it just to show the demarcation. And then we'll start with the ground floor of the accommodation block and then the school block. So the main challenge so far has actually been funding. I don't really know of any other challenge because so far my team members have been amazing. Everybody has done their part, even though of course there are some loopholes here and there. It hasn't been major. It hasn't been major. So I won't say it's normal. I won't say it's any big problem. I mean, my team members are also students like me. They have to make time out of sometimes their learning schedules. Some have to come all the way from Tema. We are not even in the same place. Some are in Tema, some are me, I'm at Wager. Every time, movements here and there, but we still do it. And even as young people, you can tell that we are doing our best to help the children. We are open to partnerships, to collaborations. So just reach out to us through our Instagram at FTF Ghana, and then Twitter at FTF Ghana, and then it's Facebook, that is For the Future GH, and our website is www.ftfghana.org. So you can find us, talk to us, and let's get this going.